Welcome to the Hank Cisco Show, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, don't touch that dial. Look at the gloves I got here. Really. So today, it's a special. It's my last show for the season when I'll come back in September, hoping if everything works out all right with, hey, am I going to be back? Yeah, I'll be back. So, but ladies and gentlemen, today I want people to realize, I'm going to use that word, realize, that Norristown's a place to come when you want to get some food. You want to manja, okay? So we got a combination of things. In fact, we had the latest thing here in Norristown is that pretzel cheesesteak. I'm going to show what it's all about. But my guest today, my good friend, Gordon Glantz, the managing editor of the Times Herald in Norristown, Pennsylvania.
Nice to be here,
Welcome.
Hank.
These gloves are clean. Don't worry about it, Rock. We're in good shape here.
All right. Thanks for having me on.
Editor, you let the people know what's going on. What's the hottest thing on the front burner right now in Norristown there?
Well, obviously the thing with the Sandy Street apartments.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People had to move out.
That's a sad thing,
because
right?
of some violations and nowhere to go, and I personally think it may lead to larger things with about how buildings are inspected, but we're still scratching the surface. I think it's going to be a larger story. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, I can't figure out that they can't find who signed the paper, who this, what, but everybody's bobbing and weaving and slipping and sliding, running and hiding, and you say, well, whose fault is it? That guy, but who's worse, the guy that does it or the guy that allows them to do it? So I had Councilman President Caldwell here, and I said the same thing. So, but I'm glad that the president of council says he's going to get to the bottom of it. Okay, let's put everything on the table and see what's what. Clean it out. See if anybody made a mistake.
Well, the most important thing is leadership, that somebody takes the reins and tries to get to the bottom of it, because if not, it's going to get swept under the rug.
Well, I think there's a grand jury investigation, right? Isn't there? Yeah, that might come out with something. Right. But hey, look, Norristown is the county seat. We got a lot of things good. We got theater, we got parking space, we got everything here.
But things
over here, we got the good and nice food over here, ladies and gentlemen.
Things like that are going to hold Norristown back. Every 2 steps ahead, you get 1 step back when something like that happens.
Sometimes in boxing, you get knocked down and you get up, okay? And sometimes when you get up, you're more dangerous. You can knock a guy out because once you get up, you're mad, you get more power.
Well, let's hope so, because Norristown has a lot to offer. But
right now, they're holding on to the ropes.
Standing 8 count. Standing 8 count, yeah.
5. It's a count of 5 right now. Okay, now what else? You got another thing going on there, Ben Franklin. What's the scoop on him?
Well, Ben Franklin, he's most people's favorite founding father, and we're working on something called the Ben Franklin Project, which will be out in our July 4th edition, which is a Sunday.
A Sunday?
Sunday, right.
July 4th.
July 4th. It sounds mysterious. And it's going to create a buzz, we think, within the newspaper industry on how we're putting the paper together. But that's kind of inside baseball kind of stuff. We're putting the paper together in a different kind of way, doing the website in a different kind of way that day. But for the readers, what's really interesting is we're using something called crowdsourcing, which in basic terms is just, what do you want to see? So basically what the readers want to see in the paper that day is what's going to be in the paper that day, and also what's going to be on the website that day. And it's also going to be on the website first and then in the paper. So you'll see the stories throughout the day, and at the end of the day, you'll see them in the paper. Yeah. So that's how we're doing it that way. It's probably a little shot into the future of how newspapers are going to run 5 to 10 years from now, and we're trying it as a sample.
Up front. You're right there
over July 4th weekend, and we're calling it the Ben Franklin Project because Ben Franklin was an innovator. He flew the kite, and he invented the press and whatever. He's bobbing and weaving all the time.
Was he Italian?
I don't think so.
No?
No.
I thought he was.
I don't think any Italians were over here then.
I read with a research one time where you ate spaghetti and ravioli and all. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
down
he probably
South
did.
Philly. He was from South Philly, right?
Probably did, yeah.
I don't know.
Probably some cheesesteaks too.
I don't know, Rock. But
went down the Pats, right?
Huh?
He went down the Pats, Geno's. Yeah.
Well, he was a Flyer fan. No, let's go. We'll talk about what's about the Flyers now. Come on. I know you're a Flyer fan.
Yeah, well, by the time this show airs, we don't know how the season's going to end.
Right.
But
well, I always say,
no matter what happens, they've had a great run in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They barely made the playoffs. They got into the playoffs the last day of the season on a shootout.
Right.
And then they were as a number 7 seed. They played the 2 seed, the New Jersey Devils, who they've historically had trouble with, and beat them in 5 games. Then in the second round, you play Boston and fall behind 3 games to none and come back. It's really exciting. Right now, as we talk, they're behind 2-0 to Chicago in the Stanley Cup Finals, but there's still a lot of hockey left to be played. And
all
they,
I can say,
they seem to like to be behind the 8 ball.
well, all I can tell, for the Flyer fans, always light 2 candles in case one blows out, okay? So, and then we'll hope, we'll wish for them, okay?
Well, they're doing better than the Phillies are right now.
How about the Phillies? They're bobbing and weaving. What happened?
The Phillies,
they're eating too much molasses or something.
Yeah, a little bit of a lull right now, but they'll heat up, Okay. Ryan Howard hasn't even gotten hot yet, so once
What's happened to him?
he just usually waits.
Maybe, you know what?
The warm weather. He gets into June, July, August. He usually
weather.
gets to be unstoppable. So once he gets he's a warm weather hitter.
Well, you mean in the warm weather he don't play good?
No, he plays good in the warm weather.
Well, it's 80, 90 degrees.
But it needs to be that every day.
I know what to do. He's getting 135 million. Just tell me they're going to cut it in half. You see how he'll start hitting.
He's one of my neighbors in Blue Bell. You leave him alone. Yeah,
that's right. He lives in Montgomery County.
Yeah. He's not my neighbor on my street, but
you're not like
5-10 minutes away.
You're not like Sarah Palin, that guy that writer's writing next door or anything like that.
No, nothing like that.
Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, I know you're a great man on food. I know you like food up front, right? Mine's a bunch. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, at the pretzel factory in Norristown, they come out with a new invention. I call it an invention, but the cheesesteak pretzel. So what they have is the regular pretzel, okay? And that same ingredients that they use in the pretzel, they use and they made cheesesteaks, okay? And this, here we go. And now we unwrap it, and there it is, cheesesteak. There. Now, want to take a bite? Ready? How's the look? It's a cheesesteak, still warm. Okay, with a mouthful. Then I went down to Mama Venezia's. It's on the corner of Tremont and Marshall Street. And Zepp's. Norristown known for Zepp's.
Oh, look at that.
Right. Now, this is a regular plain Zepp, okay? Now, different people make a Zepp, and they usually put the tomatoes on top. Now, where he puts the tomatoes on the bottom, see it? Okay? But that's the ingredients, okay?
Maybe you should explain what a Zepp is as compared to a
Well,
hoagie.
it starts with the, used to be called Jewish salami. Now it's called cooked salami. Yeah. I don't know who changed it.
We got X out of the equation. I don't know.
Yeah. And then here's the onion.
Probably something to do with a lawsuit. I don't know.
It's the provolone cheese and oregano and oil. That is what you call, hey, you finish that. That's mine or yours?
This mine's over here.
Okay. Yeah. Let's put that over here. Okay? All right. Pretzel over here. Now, what do we got here? This is a large hoagie. Now, the difference between the hoagie and the Zepp. Here we go. What do you have here? Now, what he did here, the little difference here, is that he put a little lettuce in there. Okay? It's almost the same thing, but he put a little lettuce in it. Okay, next. Cheesesteak, okay? Well, we got a lot of students and teachers. We're going to eat all this food and we're done. Look at this. And this is a cheesesteak. You know, Norristown's a place to come. We have theater here. We have a lot going on. If you want a good sandwich, you want pizza, cheesesteaks, whatever, come to Norristown. All right? Now, here's a cheesesteak. Regular, plain cheesesteak. Can you see that? Isn't that beautiful? Cheesesteak in there. Beautiful. We'll keep that a little warm because we got a bunch of people going to mop up afterwards. Push that over here, Gordon. All right, what's this here? Over here is a cheese large with fries. This one has, some people like fried onions on there. I would like a little fried, and sometimes I like mushrooms too. Mushroom goes on it good. All right. The guy here really paid up. Put lettuce, got tomatoes. He make a real. It's almost like a pasta mazoom.
I believe that's called a cheesesteak hoagie.
A cheesesteak hoagie. What did I say?
You just said a cheesesteak with lettuce and tomatoes.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Right, yeah.
I had that Jewish guy tell an Italian guy what's on that. What's the story here?
I grew up in Philadelphia. I grew up on cheesesteaks.
Yes. Well, well he had it here marked. It's okay. That's a cheesesteak hoagie. That's
That's one term for it.
Huh?
That's one term for it.
Yeah. Okay. Then there's another one here. This is a large cheesesteak. Okay. How are we doing? Getting hungry? Wait a minute. I know what's wrong. I don't have my hat on. That's why. Okay. Wait a minute. I know what's what. I didn't have my apron on. This gives it flavor, What I got here? One.
I think you got it backwards there, Hank.
Do I have it backwards?
Yeah.
That's okay. Nobody knows the difference.
Yeah,
You know that's right. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, cheesesteak with fried onions. All right. Boy.
You know what that's called?
Now, he has here
You know what this is called?
this cheesesteak.
Cheesesteak with fried onions. That's what it's
Yeah,
called.
cheesesteak with fried onions. Boy, you really said that, right? All right. What do you got here? He says, the best. Now, what do you mean by the best? How can you have the best? You get it all good. Here we go. This is the best. This is Mama Venezia. Hey, this guy's great. Let me tell you, there's Lou's, there's Eve's, there's different places all over town. But this is a little spot here. He just fixed it up. What do you call it? Renovate. Can hold 36 people. The food is delicious. Great. And here we go to the best. Here we go. Here we go. Can you see what's going on here? Wow! Oh my God, look at this.
It's got some hot peppers in there.
Oh, this got hot peppers,
Mushrooms.
it got the sauce, it got the cheese, it got mushrooms. Oh my God. Oh man. Woo! I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry. Got that, okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, over here is, you want to put a little extra sauce on it, you want to put hot pepper. This is the little grind pepper, okay? Smell it. Woo! This is the hot pepper. Spread that on there. In Italian, they call this bruschelagul. It's a little, you know about a day later. But that's you want to put, that's optional. That's that. Then, when the moon hits your eyes like a big pizza pie, that's l'amore. Hey, Mama. Hey, where is it over here? Look at this. My. Look at that. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Sophia, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Huh? Isn't that wonderful? Hey, come on over here. Bring Sophia over here. Come on, we'll take a look at her. Huh? Come on over here.
This is my daughter, Sophia, who I write
Gordon
about.
Glantz's little daughter, Sophia. You read about.
I read about her in my columns
in their
a lot.
column, yeah. Sophia, what do you think of this? Huh? Isn't that nice? Tell the people up there. Look it up at the camera. Say hello. Okay. Go over to see your dad. Go over there where your dad is. Okay.
Here, honey. Come on.
Okay. What do you think of that? Isn't that wonderful? Put her up here. Put her up here.
Come on, sweetie.
What do you think of all these food here, huh? Isn't that good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Norristown, the first Zepp, a man by the name of Jim, Big Jim, and he opened a place down on East Main Street. And all he had was a slicer, some provolone cheese, some salami, onion. He'd cut it. He wouldn't use a slicer. He would use a knife to cut the onion and the tomato.
From what year was this?
I was about I was around 12, 14 years of age.
So it's 1800s?
When? I'm 86.
So this is back.
My father had a shoemaker shop on Maiden
Depression
Cow.
era? Around the Depression era? Around
Oh,
there?
yeah.
Okay.
29. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
But, well, a little later, about the 30s,
30s,
30s.
right.
You
Okay.
know. And the small Zepp was 15 cents. The large one was, it's half the size, a loaf of bread about this big. That was 35 cents, you know. And, you know, it's a little bit different. But the difference between a Hoag and a Zepp, that's the only thing in the Zepp. The Zepp has the provolone cheese, the salami, the onion, the tomato, put a little bit of oil, olive oil, and oregano. A little salt for the optional now because everybody's worried about their weight, but we didn't worry about the weight then, you know. And then the hot pepper you put over here, that's optional too. But that was, you know. And then we had Lou's. Lou's been there for many years,
yeah,
you know.
Yep.
And we have every once in a while we have a contest, not a contest, but a sort of everybody that makes Zepps and all, you know. So what do you think? What do you think of this? Isn't that something? Yeah. You want to eat some when we leak the finish? We eat some? Okay. What do you want best? What do you like? The Zepp or the cheesesteak, the pretzel, or the pretzel cheesesteak?
Or the pizza.
Which one do you like? Point. Pizza. Over here. Okay. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's Labora. Bite.
Good, honey. Chew it up good.
Good? Okay, all righty. You want to hold it? Okay, we got napkins here. Hold on to it. You got a shot on this, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, good. Okay. All right, put it on the plate. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Here you go, honey. You can keep it on
There
the
you
plate.
are.
When you're ready for the next bite, you just take it.
Okay.
If you're ready. If not, we'll keep it.
Ladies
here.
and gentlemen, you know, I'm going to talk about Norristown, growing up in Norristown, you know. And now we're in the middle of building a theater in Norristown where it would hold maybe over a couple hundred people. And it's good the fact that people can come to Norristown,
Go back and sit down.
have a restaurant, get something to eat, see the theater, or you can see the theater and then go eat afterwards, you know. But we have a lot of people that come to Norristown, the courthouse, you know, for whatever reason, jury duty, whatever. And they find we have a lot of Asian restaurants.
Right.
In fact, I did a taping of a restaurant up in Royersford, and I'm going to show that later. But we have, what other kind of restaurant? How about Jewish restaurant? What?
Delis, I guess. Are there any delis around?
Kelly's, yeah. He was,
Deli, D-E-L-I.
oh, deli.
Deli.
Oh, I thought it was Kelly. Well, Kelly had seafood
Yeah,
down
that
Philly.
doesn't sound Jewish, though.
But yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Wasn't?
Yeah.
He used Irish name.
Yeah.
You sure?
Ah, I don't know,
I
maybe.
thought- no, he was Jewish. Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, my father was a shoemaker shop. We had a shoemaker shop, Maiden Cow Street, and we used to send out for sandwiches, you know. And then my brother has a place over in Zepp's over in Flowertown, you know,
Right.
right next to near the firehouse on Bethlehem Pike. And he's been there for, 30 years. I used to, go over there and help out. But he's still there. Cisco's over in Flowertown. A lot of kids grew up eating Zepp's. That's
Yeah.
good. You know, the Zepp is so healthy. It has all the ingredients. Has a tomato, right?
Right.
It has meat, has the cheese, has the oil, and has the seeds, right?
I guess so.
What do you mean you guess that? Now name me how about some Jewish food?
Well, I like Italian food the best.
How about you like Chinese food too?
Yeah, I eat anything. You put it in front of me, I eat.
How about the manjoon, right? We have the manjoon.
Yeah, the manjoon's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Right,
Yeah.
we have it up at Greco-Roman. That's another good restaurant, Greco-Roman.
Yeah, you sent some pizza down from there the other night.
Yeah.
That was very
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, they donate some pizza to the
Yeah,
press room
yeah,
at night.
That was good stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
But
there's another good place. I don't know if you want to talk about it because it's.
anybody. I want people to know.
It's in Plymouth.
In Plymouth.
In Plymouth. So I don't know
What kind of place is it?
It's called DeMayo's.
The Mayos.
And we order. That's where we order from a lot. We get
Where's
pizza.
it located?
Pretty good pizza. It's pretty good cheesesteaks. I think it's right on Butler Pike.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll go there. We'll check it out. We'll go
Check it out.
Stan Husky and I will check it out, you know.
I think I don't know if Stan ventures out of Norristown's borders, but
Okay.
But
Here, you want to take this with you? Here. Here. You want to take it with you? Okay, I'll
don't
take
have
the
to,
doll.
honey.
Okay?
oh no, not your dolly.
All right, take it over there. All righty. And we'll there.
That's Dora.
Yeah, but this pizza here, they put everything. Now they made, years ago, was the only thing they had was cheese. They put pepperoni. Now I was at a pizzeria up in the other side of Phoenixville. They had spaghetti inside. Over here, like at that cheesesteak, the cheesesteak pretzel over there, they had spaghetti in there. I mean, you know, what are you going to do, Rock?
I don't know.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
See, I grew up. I like a soft pretzel with mustard.
mustard.
A good Philadelphia pretzel. They have great pretzels.
Well, when you were growing up,
they
what kind of food did you eat?
Well, I kind of had a nice mixture because my stepfather was Italian,
Uh-oh.
right?
Now,
So
okay.
his mother was old school. She made it all herself, her own tomato sauce, her own pasta. It was unbelievable. So I ate a lot of Italian food. Obviously,
That's why you grew up.
ate a lot of Jewish food from my Jewish grandmothers. They made blintzes and matzo ball soup and all
Right.
that stuff. And
Why?
so that bagel and lox. And then you eat Chinese food. You eat.
What's the lock? What's that? That's a fish, isn't it?
It's a fish. Salmon. It's like a shallow water fish, I think. Yeah. And
I have a
some
Jewish
people
sister-in-law.
eat it for the first time. They don't like it, but you get
No?
used to it. But it's called a schmear. You put some cream cheese on the bagel.
Put some sauce on it.
I don't think that would work. Yeah. But really, I mean, my favorite, if I had a choice, I'd go down to Pat's and Gino's in South Philly.
Oh, yeah.
The cheesesteaks.
What do you think between Pat and Gino's?
Whoever has a shorter line.
Huh?
Whoever's line is shorter, I go to. If I had a choice, if neither one had a line at all,
Yeah.
I used to be a Pat's person. I'd probably go to Gino's.
You know,
It
I
moves
was
quick. You just go whiz with or whiz without. You know, which
yeah,
means
yeah,
if you want it with
yeah.
onions or not with
Well, they
onions.
have a choice.
Yeah. And my wife always holds up the line because she wants American cheese, not cheese whiz. So like you act like you're like a leper. You got to stand out of line because you're not you're screwing up their.
Well, I went to Pat's because he was connected with Fighter. I think he was a manager of Harold Johnson, I think, for a while, and that's before Gino even got there.
When I was a kid, I'd go to a game with my dad. We'd go down to a Sixers game or a Flyers game, or we would go to Pat's and eat it in the car, or because it'd be cold out, it'd be the winter time.
I was at Gino's, maybe a year, maybe a little bit longer, and a guy was, you stand at the window and the guy's, how many? Everything's fast, and this guy, and he put his arm out like that with the thing and had on here, Norristown, Pennsylvania, tattooed on his
No
arm.
kidding.
Yeah, and I said, in Gino's. So my son-in-law, he turned around and he says, "You from Norristown?" He says, "No." He says, I was born there. He says, "I lived on Chestnut Street." I said, "I lived on Chestnut Street too." I said, "What number?" He says he was only a little kid.
Right.
He said, I think it was Marcini. I think it was Marcini. So I said, "Okay." Next thing you know, he gave me all different kind of stuff, advertisements for Gino's, But I had to get back there and find out that we have a Norristown guy helping down there at Gino's. And another thing about Gino's, they help out. Well, they both help out, but police officers. You get down there, there's all kinds of police officers. What's the name of the other place, steak place?
Jim's right on South Street.
Yeah.
They're pretty good though.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there was another place, the Oyster House. I remember down on 8th near South. That's way back, I guess.
On the bookbinders or.
Bookbinder. I was on 2nd and Chestnut.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great, I remember when Joe Rizzo, or Frank Rizzo, took me down there one time when he was mayor, and it was great. A lot of different restaurants in the whole area, You take like Chick-fil-A. I'm going to have Chick-fil-A in September. I'm going to have every restaurant. I'm going to have a display or have them come here or we'll go there and let you know what food's out there, what's available.
Chick-fil-A is a big favorite in the newsroom.
Oh.
People get hungry, they
Yeah.
say, "I'm running a Chick-fil-A now. Do you want anything?" So
And the owner, he's from Pittsburgh, and his wife was a graduate of Bishop Kenrick, So we have a lot of local ingredients there. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been the half hour, and we put this show together to let you know what's out there. And I want the students, they're behind the cameras, and Any students that that want to come up here and manja? How about someone come over here and before this gets cold? We got anybody to come over there, manja a little bit? We got a lot. I've got my cheesesteak over here. This is cheesesteak pretzel. Somebody come here, please.